So today we're gonna have a switch in game plan. We're gonna go ahead and clean up the garden area, clean up some other spots on the property. We are hosting Thanksgiving here in a couple weeks. That we're way behind on cleaning up our garden. We need to get some silage tarps here soon. Maybe add some amendments and let it just marinate over the winter. Yeah, like I said, I'm Papa Guinea. They follow me around everywhere, which is all good. I love their company. I'm gonna have my daughter Kaleigh help me out today on doing some cleanup. Caroline might make an appearance. All right, this is Scott. That's Kaleigh, my daughter. We're at 2 Quacks, 5 Clucks farm here in Virginia. Today we're going to be using my wife's grandfather's scythe. Now, I don't know how old it is, but I've sharpened the blade to my best. I've never used one before. I've watched a video with Justin Rhodes. He went to a guy's farm and he was showing them how to use it. His handles are set up a little bit more different, so we will do our best. I am a rookie. I am not a pro, but the stuff that's growing here, we had zucchini and squash here. When the zucchini and squash was done, we had this thick stuff come up. Now, if you guys know what type of grass it is, please comment below and let us know. But I think we can harvest it. Kaleigh, go ahead and pick up a bundle and show the viewers. Yep. This stuff will make excellent bedding for our ducks or our chickens or even the pigs. But I think I'm going to use this for our ducks. Alright, so it's good stuff. Now, if any of you guys know how to use a scythe, please comment below with any links, any knowledge, but I'm going to give it a go. We're going to start right here. If I remember correctly, the guy said, and I'm so sorry I didn't remember your name, it's all on the hips, so let it ride the ground. Now, I'm sure my technique is way off, but as you can see, we got a nice big pile so far that we can give to the ducks. Now, we got some other type of grass right here. I don't think this is going to cut it as good. It's not doing a bad job, but I'm sure my technique needs some work. Kaleigh, you watch and see how I'm doing it? Let the flat side ride the ground, supposedly. It's all on your hips. Alright, Kaleigh, would you like to hit that spot back there? Alright, come over here. whack it a little hard, but keep it riding on the ground and watch the netting behind you. Keep it flat on the ground. You want the blade to be as flat as possible. There you go. We're not going to get it all cut, but as you can see, this stuff will make excellent bedding. I don't know what type of grass it is, but we're going to harvest it. We're not just going to cut it up with the mower and let the soil have it for organic matter. We're going into the winter season. I think our ducks need it more than what the soil needs it right now. So Kaleigh here is pulling out our corn. Yeah, we're behind on cleaning up our garden, but we're getting it done. As you can see, when she pulls it out of the ground, she beats off the dirt, the compost that I mixed in. We want to lose all of the good stuff we put into the soil. It's going to take us probably 2 to 3 years to build up this soil, but yeah, I don't want to lose it on the root system when it comes up out of the ground. So the more we can knock off the root system of the corn, the better. But we're almost done with these 2 rows. We grew Silver Queen, which it really didn't come out as good as I thought, but we grew this one corn from MI Gardener. You know, it was such good corn, you would think I would remember the name of it. But that corn was the sweetest corn I tasted. It was so amazing. And Luke, I'm sorry if I don't remember the name of that corn. I have the invoice, so we will be ordering more. But that totally beat out your Silver Queen. I don't think we'll be planting Silver Queen anymore. We're gonna stick with that one type we planted. The fall garden, I don't know if we'll use next season, and we're gonna scale this garden back this season because I wanna put the focus on the pigs. I think me and Mama Quack was debating on getting rid of the ducks or thinning out the males and getting some purebred ducks, keeping them separated and generate income with the ducks, you know, with their duck eggs, and then selling the ducklings, you know, purebred. So as a homesteader, you want to make as much money on your farm as possible if you want to go that route, or you can choose to do it as a hobby. We would like to do geared towards an income eventually, but we'll get there. I think we are on a 3 to 5 year plan. So yeah, Kaleigh, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Knocking that good old compost and soil off. Now guys, next year I don't think we'll plant corn here. We'll probably plant something else here. They say it's good to rotate where you plant.
Hi everyone, this is Jen, also known as Mama Quack. I just wanted to take a few minutes and tell you a little bit about what you've seen in this video. I wanted to kind of give you an outline on our average day, and more importantly, our why as to why we are doing this and we have made this change for our family. I believe that is the biggest question we always get when people start to see our new lifestyle. It is quite a change from what we had before. We were the typical family raising our children in the typical life of suburbia. We had a 2-story home in a neighborhood on a street where everybody knew each other, and every house was right next to one another. We decided we needed to get out, we needed space, and kind of just evolved into this lifestyle that we believe in so much now. The main reason for this lifestyle is because we want to start raising our kids with, of course, all of the new things that they're able to enjoy being raised in this day and age with technology and so forth. If not, we wouldn't have things like YouTube and so forth. But we also want them to also be able to embrace those traditional styles that we were grown up on, and myself especially. I grew up working with my grandfathers, both of them, and my father in gardens and doing things a little bit more country, as I like to say. We try to bring in the traditions as much as we can. As you can see, Scott and our daughter Kaleigh working with my grandfather's scythe. That is one that has actually been passed down and was passed down from his father. We're not exactly sure of the age of it, but how amazing is it that we are now able to use stuff like that? We actually plowed our garden in the spring with his own plow that he used when I was a child, and he put me behind it, pushing and telling me just to keep walking to make those rows. So we consider that such a blessing for our children. As you can see, we also encourage them to keep with their own lifestyles as well. You saw Leah going to work. She is 16 and just got a job hostessing at Bob Evans. So we try to give our children a good mix of now and then. We feel it helps them to be more well-rounded, I guess. Another thing that you will notice is everything around our farm is eventually leading us to the goal of being self-sustaining. We believe that our current food system in this country is broken. And there's no better testament to that when you look at the news, something is always being recalled. It's scary. So we believe that we are doing better for ourselves and our family if we are producing the meat, the eggs, the vegetables that we're putting on the table. So we are not at a point of being able to be completely self-sustaining now, obviously, but we are using our own eggs. We're using our own veggies grown in the garden. Eventually, we do plan to do meat chickens, and as you've seen, we raise our Mangalitsa pigs. So we are working hard towards that goal. If you have any questions, you're always able to comment below. We're really good at answering and following up with anybody who's interested. We like to be able to share our story and our journey. That's what I call it. I call it our journey. I think it's important to be able to share with everyone what we're doing, why we're doing it. I still have a full-time job as a real estate agent. We're not at that point where we can give up everything. Not that I believe that I would. However, this is an important journey for us. So if you have any questions, like I said, please hit that comment button or shoot us an email, and we can certainly help you out with anything and that we have learned. As you can tell from our video, we're still learning as we go. The ducks did absolutely love the bedding. That was such an awesome idea when we were able to clean out that garden and use that material for their bedding. It was great. That is a challenge that we have on our farm that many don't. Our daughter Leah does have celiac disease, which is a high allergy to gluten. And of course, most straw and so forth is made from a type, wheat stalks and so forth. So she actually has topical allergies to that as well. So we have a supplier for all of the bedding of our animals for gluten-free straw. And when we can harvest just that organic material out of our garden and be able to use that for bedding, that's one less cost that we are taking to prevent her gluten allergy, which is kind of interesting. Our pigs, you have seen them in many of the videos. That is one of the reasons I love the breed, is how tame and docile our pigs are. I always have people who seem to be afraid of them when they hear that we have pigs. They have this wild hog persona that they've heard. Even the first time we had the vet out for them, she wouldn't even go in the fence with them because, they're wild pigs, until they flop over for belly rubs, which is what ours do so often. So that's really interesting, and people always are questioning us about why we chose the breed we chose with 5 children. That is why I chose the breed I chose. I think that's really important. We do, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned that we do have 5 kids actually. We have them in all ranges of ages. 2 of ours just went to college for the first time this year. They are both getting ready to turn 19. And then we have a 16-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 8-year-old. So we are definitely have our hands full, but they are enjoying their life on the farm. I can tell it every day as they go out and they're interacting and seeing a difference. I'm seeing a big difference in our children, which I think is important. I'm seeing less of sitting in front of TVs, less of Netflix or video games, and more of getting back to nature, which I think is so important. So one of the wonderful things that we were able to do is we did search for our property for a long time. And it was the typical thing that I hear from most people when they're looking for farm property. We could find the perfect piece of land and it didn't have the home that would fit our family. Or we could find the perfect home and it wasn't the land that we liked. We did search probably about a year before we found the property that we found, and we were lucky enough that it was in the same county that we were already living in. So whereas our children did switch schools, they were still within the same county school system, which made a wonderful transition for them, not quite as difficult, and they just seem to adapt well, which is, I think, that was one of my biggest fears when we decided to do this, was, are we going to be okay? Are we going to be able to do this and transition our kids and make this big lifestyle jump? Because that's what it is. It is a big lifestyle jump. At least it was for us. So I know I've been in the place where many of you are, where you're looking and you're watching the videos and you're thinking, can we do this? Yes, you can do it. You can start it with a patio tomato plant and you are doing it. So don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Don't not follow your dreams. Do it. Get out there. Do it. Learn. That's what we're doing. We can't say that we know everything. We're constantly researching, learning, looking at different farms and infrastructures and so forth. It's very important to be able to do that, to know what works for you, because the same thing doesn't work for everybody, obviously. I know I'm taking different classes, even as far as being able to cook the type of meat that we raise and so forth, because there's such a difference even in just cooking pasture-raised meat versus what you would go to your local grocery store and buy. So it's really important. All right, everybody, I just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on this one. You get to see Mr. Papa Quack all the time, my husband Scott, and you'll see our children through it, and you'll see me some too, but this was kind of my little introduction to our family and our life and how we're going to continue this journey, the ups, the downs, the laughs, the tears, because there will be all of it, and we enjoy sharing it with you. So please hit that like button, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more blogs based on our journey. Bye.